You know what I'm saying? Make sure I fix the volume. You already know, man. This your boy Hyphen Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first-time viewers. Shout out to my last-time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I go on live, man. You already know, man. Please make sure, it's very important, y'all subscribe to the channel, man. You know what I mean? This video is brought to you by BetUS, man, the best sporting book in the business, man. The playoffs is coming up. The NBA playoffs is definitely coming up. I believe it's right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you click the link in the description down below to BetUS, man. You know what I mean? Up to 200% on signing bonuses, man. Fast and easy, quick payouts. You know, best one-on-one customer service, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you tap in with BetUS, man. Also, man, become a member to my Patreon page for exclusive content. It is very important that y'all become a member to my Patreon page for exclusive content. Go on patreon.com, type in DSTV103, DSTV103, or just click the link in the description and it'll bring you right to the Patreon page, man. You know what I mean? All right, man, let's get it popping, man. How y'all doing? Hopefully y'all having a good day. You know what I mean? Or hopefully y'all having a good morning, and it will transition into a good day. Let me bring this up real quick. You know what I'm saying? The weather is definitely fickle nowadays. You know what I mean? You got some days that's hot. You got some days that's cold. You feel what I'm saying? You got days that's and it's supposed to be the springtime. You feel me? So I don't know what's going on right now. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on right now. This weather is all over the place. You know what I mean? But hey, hopefully y'all have a good day. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't let nobody knock y'all, you know what I mean? Knock you off your rocker for real. You know what I mean? All right, let's get into it, man. I'm a Rod St. Brown. You know, he kind of said this a while back, but he's always hinting or alluding at wanting to play the Philadelphia Eagles first. You know what I mean? Just getting it out the way. He want to play the Eagles first. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody, you know, all the Philadelphia Eagles content creators and fans are saying like, yo, y'all better take care of them boys who did some damage to y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all better take care of them Commanders. They put belt to A. The Commanders put belt to A. Why do you want to play us first? First of all, we didn't even play all last year. We didn't have no dealings with y'all. Y'all was supposed to be the hottest team in the league. And the Commanders came and wiped y'all out in the divisional round of the playoffs. Y'all better want to play them first, other than the Philadelphia Eagles. I know we are the hunted. We were hunting last year, but now we are the hunted, and I know that. But y'all, but don't mention us right now. Do not mention the Philadelphia Eagles. Good morning, Aaliyah. Do not mention the Philadelphia Eagles right now. Mention the Commanders. Talk about the Commanders. Y'all need revenge on them. Y'all don't need revenge on us. Y'all not playing us. You know what I mean? I believe this year that we do play the Detroit Lions, but okay, what's going on? Ebert, whatever your name is, Ebert family, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? Y'all don't need to be worrying about what the Philadelphia Eagles got going on. Y'all need to take care of them Commanders. And on top of that, you know, they have done what they needed to do during the free agency. So they're not just the little old measly Commanders no more. I still don't think that they got enough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Somehow, some way, with the Commanders and the Eagles, we always end up 1-1 now. Before it was the Cowboys. You know what I mean? We're split during the season, but now it's the Commanders, and we're split with them during the season. And by some way, they always get the last second, you know, win. Before it was Taylor Heineke, when, you know what I mean, when we got a penalty on Taylor Heineke, and they actually won that game. That's the game when Dallas Goedert got hurt. Actually, that's the year that we went to the Super Bowl. And that's the year that Dallas Goedert got hurt. That's the year that Quez Watkins didn't catch that pass. And they end up beating us at the last minute when we caused that penalty on Taylor Heineke. This year, You know, Jaden Daniels had 5 turnovers during the game. Jalen Hurts went out early. C.J. Gardner-Johnson got kicked out of the game for unsportsmanlike conduct, and we end up losing that game by a little bit. You know what I mean? Why screaming? I'm not screaming, bro. How you doing? I'm good. Chase Tyler, good morning. Good morning, bro. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all wash the coal out y'all eyes. Make sure y'all go eat some food. Matter of fact, make sure y'all go wash y'all asses first and foremost. And then go wash the coal out your eyes. Brush them stinking ass teeth. Brush them stinking ass teeth. And then go get some breakfast. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like that's how it is, you know what I mean? So they need to be focused on the Commanders, bro, because the Commanders want all the smoke right now. And y'all should want all the smoke with the Commanders. Y'all have no business talking about us or want to play us opening day. That's not how it works. Talk about the Commanders and want to play them opening day. You know what I mean? That's what it is for real. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? The draft is coming up. You know what I mean? I believe we are 2 weeks away. There's not, like I said before, as far as offensively, I feel like we should not go wide receiver in the first or the second round. We already have 2 up-and-coming wide receivers in Anaya Smith and Johnny Wilson. And on top of that, we already have Jahan Dotson, who still is on the roster. There's no mention of him being traded or nothing like that. If you're going to go anybody, then let it be a tight end. You know what I mean? I don't mind going with a tight end at the 32nd pick. But truth be told, it's either between a cornerback or a defensive end. You know what I mean? A cornerback or a defensive end. If you want to go there first round, cool. But the rumors are, what I'm hearing is that the Philadelphia Eagles will make a trade. Will make a trade during the draft. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, I believe per sources is Mel Kiper. Don't quote me on that, but I believe per sources is Mel Kiper. But they said that the Philadelphia Eagles will make a trade. We're going to see how that, I don't know if we're going to trade up or we're going to make a trade with somebody else that's already on another roster. You know what I mean? Probably a big name like how we did A.J. Brown. I'm not sure. But let's just say if we don't, right? The first round, we should definitely go between cornerback, defense. I'm just going to say defense. No specific position, but I'm going to say defense, right? And then if you want to go offense, draft a tight end second round, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? We don't know what we're going to do with Dallas Goedert, but for now, he's definitely on the roster. You know what I mean? And we also still got Grant Calcaterra, who's also on the roster. You know what I mean? So that's that for right there. But first round, definitely go defense. You know what I mean? You can either go safety, linebacker, cornerback, defensive end. Either one of those, I'm definitely satisfied with. I'm not satisfied with going with a wide receiver during the first round. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not satisfied with going with a wide receiver during the first round when we already got 2 up-and-coming wide receivers in Johnny Wilson and Anaya Smith. And we still got Jahan Dotson. So that would not make no sense. No type of sense at all. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I do feel like Howie Roseman got a trick up his sleeve. You feel what I'm saying? I definitely feel like he got a trick up his sleeve, and we just got to see what it's hitting for. You know what I mean? We got to see what it's hitting for sure. You know what I mean? I like the way Nick Sirianni was applying pressure to Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen, being the fact that they trying to ban the tush push, and they going through a voting system now. Actually, they have been going through a voting system for the past month and a half, you know what I mean? And right now they got 16 votes. I believe to rule out the tush push or the brotherly shove, they got to have 24 votes. Right now they are applying pressure to Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen, basically saying that y'all succeeded and y'all got this position because of the tush push, and y'all used it to the best of y'all ability. So y'all bet not vote, and I like that though. Applying pressure. You feel what I'm saying? That is cool. That is copacetic. You feel what I'm saying? I like that. So right now they going through a whole a re-voting process or whatever the case may be. You know, it's always something. You know what I mean? It's always something. So we gotta see. You know what I mean? We gotta see what that is though. They going through a whole re-voting process. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Hopefully y'all like what I put on the community post. Know what I mean? I put the new studio up on the community post. I put what we're building or what we're putting together in the community post. Go check that out. You know what I mean? Still got a little bit more work to do before we actually go in there and get started. Hopefully we can get started next Wednesday. You know what I mean? We can start dropping videos and start everything by next Wednesday in the studio. I would love to do that. You feel what I'm saying? That's definitely one of the things that I want to do. Get started, get popping. You feel what I'm saying? So go check out the community tab or community post and go look at the pictures of the studio that I put up. You feel what I'm saying? That is definitely popping. That's definitely right. You know what I mean? Can't wait. You know what I mean? As y'all know, very slow news week. All the way up until the draft is going to be very slow. Everybody's still reaching at the air. You know what I mean? Don't have nothing to talk about. The NBA won't get popping until the playoffs. You know what I mean? So right now they're trying to, you know what I mean, talk about what they can talk about until the playoffs. You know what I mean? That's basically it. You know what I mean? Out of Bounds Podcast. What's good, my boy? Seeing it. Looks good. Oh, all right. What word. So we still got some stuff to put up. You know what I mean? A couple of posters. You feel what I'm saying? Probably get like one of those little tall plants and stuff like that. But I say it's 90% done. You know what I mean? The other 5% is checking out the audio. You know what I mean? Make sure that the audio is good, the audio right. And then we're going to start doing everything from there. You know what I mean? I got this big old Eagles poster I got to put up and stuff like that. But yeah, man, we're going to start shooting content from there. We're not going to neglect, you know, the online, you know, the online thing. But I'm saying though, you will be getting content from both the studio, and you will be getting content from us using StreamYard and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be days when we can't link up, and we still going to have to do it via internet, via computer and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? So we working though. We working, man. So you know what I mean? We working definitely for sure. You know what I mean? I will be doing my merch out of there, you know what I mean? And also, y'all will be getting BTS. BTS is behind the scenes of whenever we do go to the studio. There will be BTS, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna get exactly everything leading up to doing a podcast. So when my mans pull up, when he outside, you know what I'm saying? When we actually going to the studio or what we doing before we go to the studio, y'all definitely will be getting behind the scenes for sure. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be popping. Y'all definitely going to like it. Also, there's going to be perks in it too. Like I said, I'm going to be doing free giveaways as well. You know what I mean? I'm going to be doing free giveaways as far as my merch. Y'all go check out my merch, hypewave91.com. Y'all go check that out. But I will be doing free giveaways too. You know what I mean? So it's going to be some perks when it comes with the whole studio thing. You know what I mean? We call it The Cage. You know what I mean? So that's the name of the studio, The Cage. You feel what I'm saying? I plan on getting up with you. You know what I mean? I have a wedding coming up soon, so it's going to take a lot of time. Okay, listen. Whenever you get time, bro, you know what I mean? I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm here. Whenever you get time, you feel what I'm saying? No rush. You know what I mean? We definitely going to get up for sure, though. We definitely going to get up for sure. Do some content, do some work. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely going to get up for sure. So take your time, man. Ain't no rush. I'm always here. You feel what I'm saying? I would love to actually start streaming every day, but like I said, it's a slow news week, so I gotta post clips to keep the channel alive. You know what I mean? I gotta post my other podcast clips just to keep the channel alive. You feel what I'm saying? So as I told y'all before, I will be posting clips, not full videos. If y'all want the full videos, then y'all gotta subscribe to my Patreon. The link is in the description down below. Become a member. You know what I mean? I do have free membership on the Patreon. You don't have to pay if you don't want. I do have a public membership. But if you want to see exclusive stuff, then you gotta subscribe. You know what I mean? You gotta become a subscribed member. You feel what I'm saying? Other than that, I do have another YouTube channel. If y'all want to watch full podcast videos, y'all can go to the other YouTube channel at DSTV103. That is DSTV103, my other YouTube channel. But I will be posting clips from my podcast to this channel, so that way it can keep the channel going. Because right now, it's not that much news with the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? It's not that much news with the NFL, period. They do got some, there is some Tyreek Hill news going on. You know what I mean? Him basically it's a whole bunch of domestic violence stuff going on. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of assault charges between, I don't know if it's between him and another man or him and his wife. What I do know is that him and his wife, or him and his significant other, they are splitting up. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, you know? And when you are somebody, this is what I don't understand, right? If you're not for sure certain that you can stay faithful in a marriage when you are 100 million to 150 million plus up, 100 million M's up. If you are for sure that you can't stay faithful, then don't get married. Do not get married. These guys have 10 plus kids, have 150 million, have more than 3 baby mothers. They be married and they be assaulting these women and cheating on these women, knowing that they're gonna have to pay child support in the future and all of that stuff. Bro, if you don't have listen, if you didn't meet your girl before you made it to the NFL, or you, whatever the case may be, then I say you shouldn't have children unless you are ready to settle down. If you aren't ready to settle down, then things are going to happen, bro. You're going to end up cheating because you got all the money in the world. And on top of that, you live in Miami, the cheating capital. You live in Miami, bro. So you're going to cheat. And you're going to pay another child support payment. I just don't understand these athletes, bro. I don't understand these athletes, bro. What's the point of getting married if you're going to cheat? Especially when you 150 M's up. If you know you're going to cheat and if you got money, there's no reason to get married. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I definitely do not get it. I don't understand. You feel what I'm saying? That's one new that's a part of, you know, the NFL news thread. Another thing that's a part of the NFL news thread is that they are disrespecting Shedeur Sanders. You feel what I'm saying? They're still disrespecting Shedeur Sanders, which I don't understand. You know what I mean? They said during his pro day, they said all he throw was hitches, and you know, and he packed the ball all the time. Okay, cool. I'm glad he throw hitches because you want to know what? Hitches work. One thing about Shedeur is that he's very accurate. He don't have the most powerful arm and you know, he's not the most powerful quarterback as far as throwing the ball, but he is very, very accurate. And he got a catchable ball. That's number one. Number two, he is poised. Number three, it says a lot that a quarterback turned around 2 programs. Forget if they ain't make it to the national championship. He turned around 2 programs, Jackson State, and he turned around Colorado. And they don't like him because he's boisterous. He's braggadocious. That's what you want in your player. Somebody that's confident, and they don't like that. I don't understand that, though. You know what I mean? That should not take away from his play. Should not at all. That should not take away from his play at all. You know what I mean? You want a quarterback that's confident. You don't want a quarterback that's timid. You want a quarterback that's able to be accurate and throw the ball. You feel what I'm saying? I don't get it sometimes. Johnny Manziel was boisterous. He was braggadocious. Y'all ain't had no problem drafting him number 1 or in the first round. Y'all ain't had no problem with that. Baker Mayfield was braggadocious. He was boisterous. Y'all ain't had no problem drafting him in the first round. You feel what I'm saying? Every time a black quarterback shows confidence, he always, you know what I mean? He always got to get drafted in the second round or the late first round in the second round. If you have 100 M's, don't get married. Just hire a Puerto Rican. Yo, if you got 100 M's, bro, 150 M's, bro, they have sex workers for hire, bro. You don't have to get married because you're going to cheat anyway. You're going to have a baby and you're going to cheat anyway. If you 150 M's up and if you know you can't stay faithful, they have sex workers for hire. You can hire all the sex workers you want. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, bro. You don't have to get caught up in no assault charges. You don't have to get caught up in no domestic violence stuff. You don't have to get caught up in no child support. They have certain sex workers for hire, bro. Simple as that. Simple as that, bro. You know what I mean? But y'all, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Holla at Your Boy. The Hyphen Eagle channel, man. You already know. Make sure you tap into BetUS, man. Like I said, the NBA playoffs is definitely coming up. I believe it's like 2 weeks away. So make sure y'all tap into BetUS, man. The link is in the description. And make sure that you become a member to my Patreon page for exclusive content and BTS episodes, man. The link is also in the description down below. And if you would like to donate to the Cash App for the studio, because I still got to get some stuff, the Cash App link is in the description down below as well. Everything is in the description, laid out for you. You know what I mean? But you already know, man. It's your boy Hyphen Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. Shout out to my boy Out of Bounds Podcast. Thank y'all for viewing this, whether religiously or in passing. You already know, man. Y'all have a blessed day, a wonderful day. You know what I mean? Out of Bounds Podcast, have a good day. You know what I mean? I'm about to go see where my state income tax at, because they playing. I didn't get no federal income tax. I filed my income taxes. I didn't get no federal, bro. I thought I was going to get federal. Ended up not getting federal because I owed the IRS. Now I got to see where my state income tax at, and they playing. They playing. So that's what I'm about to go do, man. I'm about to call the state. You already know, man. Listen, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay healthy. Y'all stay righteous. Gang.